All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening once again to each and everyone joining us on our Monday call. Every Monday call, 8:30 p.m. in Philippines, Malaysia, Singapore, and it's 7:30 in Thailand. Sawadee Krap to all of our Thai partners joining us in this call. And of course, in Canada, it's actually 7:30 in the morning. So I know it's early morning for you. So good morning to each and everyone. My name is Rico Kilao. I'm actually part of the corporate team, business development manager here in Southeast Asia of Opulence Global. And I love, love, love to see all of you here today. And every Monday, as we always say, it's the start of the week, and we want to get your mindset right, right? Because having the right mindset plays an important role in the accomplishment of your goals, whether it be your daily goals, your weekly goals, your monthly goals. This is something that can help you inject some positivity as you go through your week, as you go through your day. Okay, so as I was looking at, of course, our opportunity, we have a lots of ups and downs, right? And that's the reason why we are having these calls, in order for us to strengthen one another, to give hope to one another, to encourage one another. And this Monday call is not just, Monday is not just the start of the work week, it's also the start of another opportunity, another chance. It means new hope, new beginning, right? Every Monday is another start wherein we can be, creating a new chapter, a new story of our life. And some people wake up on Monday with a lot of stress, right? Some people, they call it manic Monday, right? But for us, Monday signifies new hope, new beginning. And some wake up with pressure. But today, we choose to wake up with hope. Okay, hope is something powerful. Hope, especially new beginnings, brings new hope. Hope changes how we, approach the task that we need to accomplish. And instead of saying I have to, I say that, I this is the way I will do it well. Of course, there is something special about new beginnings. All right. So Monday, I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful week ahead. So today's topic is, of course, we will just be sharing with you some of the highlights, particularly when it comes to our call last Saturday. So, of course, congratulations to all of the partners who were recognized in our Night of the Stars last Saturday. If you were not there, wait for the recording. And of course, we had our new LD3. Wow, congratulations, of course, to none other than Patrick and Helen Chong for, being recognized as our newest lifestyle director 3 in this Opulence Global opportunity. They took advantage, of course, of the promotions that was run over the past 2 to 3 months. Okay, so again, congratulations. Not only that, we have a lot of LD2 promotions, LD1 promotions, MGRS, car, variance bonus promotions, so all of these things. So it's really, really an exciting time for Opulence Global. And make sure that you take this opportunity to advance more. All right. And of course, on top of that, there was also a discussion when it comes to the Dubai Build Assist promotion. And this is something that we are looking forward to, particularly the Dubai Convention, the celebration of our 20th anniversary. And of course, this will be attended by different partners, different leaders in different parts of the world. And we're so much excited with all of the programs, the learnings, the excitement, the energy that we can experience in this 4-day event that will be happening this coming April 23 in Dubai. So let me just share with you some of those things. And by the way, if you have some questions when it comes to, the Dubai Build Assist, I'm just going to go through it very quickly for those of you who might have questions. I'm going to try to answer any questions that you might have when it comes to that Dubai announcement that was made last Saturday. So let me just open up my slides here, and we can go through them very quickly. And if in case you are not yet, you do not have your tickets yet, you have not decided yet, make sure that you already make the decision. You don't want to miss it, right? All right, so let me just share with you my screen here, and then we'll get on it. All right, so, okay. So welcome for those of you who just tuned in. And yes, look at that picture. Imagine yourself there, right? Imagine that we are there together with all of the top leaders in the different markets. So we're really, really excited to see all of you there. So this is something that you don't want to miss. And of course, the video was played. So let me just play it very quickly. And then we'll get right on with our brief overview or summary of the Dubai. All right, we are just a couple of weeks away from this momentous event that will be happening. Of course, the Dubai Convention. And again, if you have not yet decided, we still it's never too late. Okay, you still have time to make the decision. Discuss this with your team. Make a game plan. Be there because you don't want to miss it. You'll never know what this can bring, particularly to your business, to your team, to your mindset, to your future, right? So make sure that you are there. And of course, this is something that we have been preparing for a long, long time. And as you know, as we always do events, it brings much belief, much excitement that helps you elevate your business to the next level. And on top of that, okay, this is as mentioned by our SVP, this is very important in order for us to increase our network. And how do we increase that? By the network of people, by interacting, connecting with the people that are in your business, learning more from them, being inspired by them. So connect with top leaders in your organization. We can build meaningful relationships. It's different when you are just seeing our partners from different parts of the world just online rather than being able to interact with them personally, right? So we can build meaningful relationships. You can recharge your passion if you have been sitting on the sidelines for a long, long time now. Probably this is the time that can ignite you, spark you. And because all of the things that the company has already prepared for you there, it surely is going to blow your mind. Okay, so hear powerful stories that inspire action and resilience, and it can unlock new opportunities for personal and financial growth. So imagine if you attended an event and then eventually just right after the event, all of the learnings, all of the excitement, all of the energy that you have experienced, all of the connections, all of the inspiration, once you get back to your local markets, you are a different person now, right? You now have that passion, you now that have belief system that when you talk to people, they can already recognize and notice the difference in you, how much you believe in the opportunity, the products that you are sharing. And that's what events create for us, right? And so, okay, so of course, it's not just about training and knowledge, but it's also fun, fun, fun. And this is actually one of the things that we can see when we Dubai, right? So we have this excursion, of course, that beautiful country, right? So make sure that you don't want to miss it. We're going to have lots of fun exploring and experiencing the Dubai, right? So I'm not going to finish this already. So join us for an experience of a lifetime. Just a simple reminders to each and everyone. Okay, so basically the travel dates will be starting on April 23. That's a Thursday. And then eventually the event will end up April 23, 24, 25. So 26, sorry for putting there 27. So it will be a 4-day event, April 23 to 26. And the venue is, of course, in the top-notch hotel there in Dubai, the Hilton Dubai Palm Jumeirah. That's already included in your package. It's a luxurious once-in-a-lifetime experience in one of the world's most iconic destinations. Okay, so this is an experience of a lifetime. So you don't want to miss it. And the venue, look at that. Wow. You just imagine all of us gathering there in our business attire, in our best dresses, right? Interacting, mingling, taking pictures, taking photos, experiencing all of the excitement in the events, right? In the training, in the learnings, right? So, so it's on the iconic Palm Jumeirah prime beachfront location on Palm West Beach, five-star beachfront. So this is your opportunity to truly experience that opulence, right? The opulent experience. So breathtaking views of Arabian Gulf and Dubai Marina skyline, easy access to Dubai's top attractions, close to Atlantis Water Park, minutes from Marina Walk. I haven't been there, but I heard a lot of great things about, of course, the Dubai market. I even have some relatives living in there, and they are very proud of what they have there. So I just want to see it, experience it for myself. And then exclusive premium resort experience, world-class amenities and services, 10 on-site dining and drink venues, vibrant nightlife at the resort bars. This is truly opulent living. So at least for once, we can experience that by attending this convention, right? So luxury spa facilities, ocean view pool, swimming pool, and of course the guest room, double bed guest room. So there are actually forms that are being distributed to those who have already purchased their tickets. So make sure that you fill up that form and indicate if you have some preference when it comes to your roommate, so that they can be with you on that guest room. Okay, so bright spacious room with elegant design and floor to ceiling windows, private furnished balcony to unwind. So all of these things, it's really the luxurious living in that iconic, I don't know if it's a five-star or seven-star hotel. Okay, so the itinerary, of course, day one, Thursday, that will be the arrival day on the 23rd. And then on April 24, that's a Friday, that will be the first day of the conference. And it will be continued on the next day, conference day two. And of course, the highlight of this is the gala day, which will happen on Sunday, April 26. Okay. And then, of course, what will happen in day one? Welcome to Dubai, mingle with the corporate team leaders and fellow partners in a scenic beachfront setting. So if you could just imagine all of us gathering in this wonderful, iconic venue or view, right? So imagine yourself there and being able to, of course, enjoy the fruits of your labor, celebrating the 20 years of our company, of our business, right? So welcome meet and greet starts at 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. We have, of course, opening speeches from our CEO, from our SVP, and of course, our top leaders. We also have welcome bags that will be given away, cocktails and hors will be served, and hotel check-in starts at 3 p.m. So if you are booking for a flight, okay, so you can basically take note of this schedule so that at least you won't have a longer waiting time, right? And then on top of that, Friday, that's the next day, full day conference from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Of course, we don't want to miss all of the plans, all of the visions. Of course, our CEO, it will be discussed there. If there are new developments, this will become, you will become a part of that discussion and evolution. And of course, we can learn much information or things that can help us, particularly when it comes to what's in store for us, what is the future, what is the vision for the next 5, 10, 20 years. All right, so business training, forensic mindset, personal development, insight into 2027. And of course, buffet lunch and coffee break will be served during the second day in this full day conference. Okay, and by the way, but in your hotel, you already have your breakfast, right? So it's already included in your package. Every morning you have that breakfast, and for particularly for this day, on day two, you will be served with buffet lunch and of course coffee break. Okay, so, the snacks will be also included. And then on day three, Saturday, that will be April 25. This will be a half day conference from 8 in the morning to 1 p.m. Buffet lunch is included 1 to 2 p.m. So that will be on day three. So breakfast in your hotel, and then basically lunch in on Saturday. And then the great thing about this is that there will be an excursion for those of you who want to join and participate from 2:30 to 9 p.m. So this will be an unforgettable evening. This desert safari experience, breathtaking sunset views over the dunes, sumptuous barbecue buffet dinner, and stargazing at the Bedouin inspired desert camp. I haven't been there, but I heard a lot of great things about, of course, the different excursions, the sceneries, the views, the experience. particularly in this excursion. Okay, so basically it's a half day conference, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. and then 2:30 will be the schedule for the excursion. Now on day 4, there will be an elite on April 26th. That will be a Sunday. There will be an elite leadership brunch together with, of course, all of the lifestyle directors. So this will be exclusive to all of the lifestyle directors. This will happen from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And for those of you who have bought your tickets already, so this can be your free time. You may want to book some tours and schedules, particularly on that day, on Sunday, April 26th. You can go to your church if you wish to go to your church, and then come 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. This will be an exclusive treat to all of our lifestyle directors. So if you are not yet a lifestyle director, 1, 2, 3, 4 or higher, then you still have time in order for you to participate in this elite leadership brunch together with our CEO. And of course, in the evening, there will be the award ceremony and gala, of course. And that's what we're also looking forward to. Of course, enjoying, celebrating in your finest dresses, right? So this is a gala and you don't want to miss it. There will be partying as well. And this will be a celebration of all the things that we have accomplished for the past 20 years. So I would encourage you again, if you are not a part of this yet, okay, make that decision already. It's not yet too late. Okay, so book your tickets now, and of course, experience this once in a lifetime opportunity to celebrate our 20th year anniversary in Dubai. Let me see this video first. And of course, one of the highlights is the awarding of the President Cup winners. Okay, so let us proceed with that. So who is the next? And of course, we also want to be truly inspired by the one that who will be crowned as the next President's Cup winner. Okay, so who can it be? We're excited to know that, right? And of course, we honor top performers, recognizing the best in leadership and growth. And this can be your opportunity. Imagine if you have accomplished, whether it be the LD1, LD2, the rank advancement, the qualified trainers, all of those things, all of the leadership awards, right? If you will be recognized there, imagine being on stage, capturing that and being able to share that when you get back to your local markets, being able to share that level of excitement, that level of prestige, that level of inspiration that you have gained, particularly from that event. So imagine all of these things. If you will not be able to attend, then you will miss a lot, right? You will miss a lot. So celebrate the outstanding achievements of our partners, dress to impress for an unforgettable evening and celebration. So again, this happens on April 26th. That would be a Sunday. So make sure that you participate in this event. So ticket pricing, it includes, of course, 4 nights accommodation in the double guest room. So 4 nights. So this means that when you arrive on the 23rd, okay, 23rd. So this means 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, and then you'll be checking out on the day of 27, right? So event access, meet and greet. So basically, it's somehow a 5-day, 4-night stay, right? So event access, meet and greet, 2-day conference, lunch included, awards, gala and dinner, event-specific perks, daily breakfast. So these are all what is included in the ticket package. And still, we are offering the the regular price. Sorry, no more early bird. The regular price of 2,100 Canadian, okay, until February 27, 2026. So it is still available at 2,100. It's now or never, okay? Now or never, because eventually it will go after Feb 27, it will go to 2,300. Okay, so March 1 to 31, that would be the last days that we will be offering these tickets. And of course, new partners who launch after December 31, okay, will enjoy the early bird price for the first 30 days of launch. So it means that if you have joined in just last month, okay, so from the launch date, you still have 30 days to enjoy the early bird price. And I believe the early bird price was 1,800, if I'm not mistaken, right? So if you are newly launched, you still have the opportunity to participate in this, avail of the early bird price. And that happens if you launch and then within 30 days, then you can avail of the early bird price, okay? And guest access for night hotel stay. Okay, let me just move this. Okay, 4 night hotel stay plus gala only, no conference, then that would be there's additional guest access. Meaning, if you are not participate, if you are a guest and you are not participating in the conference, but you would want to stay there and of course enjoy the evening gala, then there is a regular pricing of 1,800 until February 27. Now or never, it means from March 1 to 31, it will become $2,000. Okay, so make sure that you book your tickets before Feb 27 so you can take advantage of this regular pricing. Okay, so ticket price also includes all taxes and fees, the 10% service charges, so it's already included in the ticket price, the municipality fees, the 5% VAT, and of course the $20 per night tourism dirham fee. So it means that this is already included in your ticket prices. And what's not included is of course the travel cost, your flight going to Dubai and going back to your country. The cost for the tourist visa, but by the way, make sure that you secure your tourist visa. If it requires in your country to get a Dubai tourist visa, make sure that you check them out because this is not included in the package. So meals not specified in the package. So there are days that you will not be provided with lunch and dinners. Okay, so make sure that you take note of that. And by the way, it's also your time for you to get together with your team, go around, especially in the evening. So that can be also something that you can arrange for you and your team. And of course, the excursions are not included in the prices. And incidental expenses, particularly the ones that you will be consuming in the hotel. So make sure that you bring a valid credit card because as you check in, a credit card will be required. Okay, so that of course they will have a record for that. It's a standard for among hotels, so that if any incidentals will occur, they will have the means to charge it to your account. Okay, and of course the path to Dubai. You already know this, so make sure that. Of course, the travel fund. Okay, the travel fund, it can be used particularly for these events. I believe that during the call, SVP Sanas would need to confirm on how you can utilize the travel fund. But for those of you that you can see on your dashboard how much Dubai Travel Fund, you can make use of that to pay for some of the expenses or even a part of the expenses in your Dubai trip. Okay. And then beyond the event, we have, of course, the Dubai. We have a lot of different places that you can visit, okay? Especially the iconic, the architectures, the cultural heritage. So all of these things, the Burj Khalifa, Desert Safari, the Dubai Mall, Palm Jumeirah, and the Dubai Marina, okay? And so these are some of the attractions. Maybe you would want to also check out maybe you want to Google it, okay? Research on it. So when you arrive there, you'll be able to know all of the places that you might want to go to, the iconic places, right? All right, so getting to Dubai, book your flight. Main international airport will be the DXB. That's the code for the Dubai International Airport. And their major airline is the Emirates, so better check the flights in your local country, what is available going to Dubai. And then, of course, you would need a valid passport with at least 6 months of validity remaining from your date, from your entry, okay? And of course, as a standard, booking tip, be sure to book your flight early to secure the best rates and avoid last-minute price hikes. And visa requirements. So check that out. If your country requires a visa to go to Dubai, so make sure that you check that out. And you can also scan this QR code for the details on how to apply for your Dubai visa. Okay. So proof of travel plans or accommodation is required for visa application. If you would need a certification coming from Opulence Global, particularly a letter, let's say letter of invitation or any documentation that you might need, then just get in touch with your local office, with your My5s to secure those information or those requirements. Okay, visa information, no visa needed for the European Union, Switzerland, Norway, and Iceland. So good for you. You no longer need a visa. However, visa on arrival is available, particularly for UAE, United Arab Emirates, the Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Qatar, Bahrain, Oman, Australia, you can do your visa on arrival. Okay, so Canada, China, Japan, Russia, UK, and the USA. However, for Philippines, Kenya, Nigeria, Singapore, Thailand, Trinidad, Tobago, and more, kindly check in that website, visitdubai.com, if you would need to have a pre-approved visa. Okay, so this means that you need to secure your visa prior to getting to Dubai, because otherwise you will not be allowed entry when you get to Dubai. Okay. And then transportation to the venue. Dubai International Airport is about 35 minutes from the Hilton Dubai Palm Jumeirah. Taxis are readily available at the airport. You can also use Uber and Careem. That's basically the most popular ride-sharing services in Dubai. So make sure that you can already start downloading it, exploring it. Uber and Careem. There are the most popular ride-sharing services in Dubai, but taxis are readily available there. Okay? And weather. April is warm in Dubai with temperatures ranging from 25 to 35 degrees. Oh, that's basically just like here. So it's warm there at the time that we will be there in April. Pack lightweight, okay, breathable clothing and sunscreen. And of course, don't forget to bring your gala dress, okay? And of course, the currency that is used there is the UAE dirham. ATMs are widely available and most places accept credit cards. WhatsApp works in Dubai, but voice and video calls are restricted. Okay? So, what else? Okay, last chance to secure your spot. So make sure that you visit your back office, scan this QR code, and of course, visit our Dubai 2026 page for you to get updates, event information. You can reserve your tickets, incentive details, and of course, you might have some questions, and it's already there in our FAQ, so better check them out. Okay? So see you in Dubai and get your tickets today. All right. So do we have any questions here? Let me just check. Oh wow, look, it looks amazing. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Can't wait for it. All right. Woohoo! So very, very excited for this, and I do hope that you still have time. Okay, you still have time. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to get jealous, but the time comes that the event has been done and you were not a part of it. So make sure that you take advantage of this wonderful, wonderful event, and we're very much excited for that. Okay. So do we have any questions, particularly when it comes to the Dubai? I know for some of our Asia partners, it was a bit late. So that's the reason why actually it was Nat who suggested that we can tackle particularly the a summary, particularly of what is needed to be known in Dubai. Amarjit can't wait to get there. Yes, absolutely. All right, so let's move on to our next topic. If there will be no more questions, actually, one of the things that I would like to share with you very briefly, because it's already what? Oh, 30 minutes into the call, right? So just want to get that Dubai fever, okay? Get into you, all right? Because this is very important, especially for those of you who are considering to go there. Well, make the decision. You don't want to miss it, right? Okay, so what are we going to talk about for today? Now, one of the things that I want to share with you, let me just close this slide, okay? Okay, so was it last, yeah, last Friday, okay? Last Thursday, we actually did a planning session together with our Philippine team, together with our core team. And we have evaluated, of course, our business. I would encourage you um, to get a meeting with your team as well, because as you know, we have already come to the second month. Second month is about to end, right? And again, if we don't have any plans or targets for the rest of the year, then more often than not, we will not be able to see that progress in our business. And we actually did that last we actually did first one in January, and we did a follow through this January, and then we did a follow through this February, and we also evaluated all of the things that what works and what didn't work, and what are the things that we can improve, and what are the plans that we have for the next, of course, couple of months, right? So what are the activities, what are the targets, all of these things we discussed. And one of the key elements that we want to accomplish in our business is what we call duplication. This is one of the things that needs a lot of improvement when it comes to how we build our business. Because we don't want to happen that after 2 years, after 3 years, after 5 years, we're still on the same boat. We're still doing all the things that needs to be done in our business. And because eventually, if that is what is happening right now, eventually you will become burned out, right? So the thing that we really need to improve is, of course, to have that duplication in your organization. And this means that having that duplication, in order for us to have that, we need to have some system in place. But for today, we're going to talk about one of the key elements in order for us to have that duplication. And what is that? Okay, so I will just pull up my notes here so that I don't want to miss anything. So number one is the thing that we need in order for us to have that duplication, that system in our organization, is by creating or having or using the tools that are available for you. Because in network marketing, tools are not optional. Okay? Tools are not optional. They are our leverage in order for our team to duplicate. Because we don't rely on our personal skills. Because if we rely on our personal skills and people cannot duplicate you because you are too good, too expert, then guess what? Then that's what happens. You'll be doing all the work, right? But if you have a system in place, if they have a tool that they can follow, whether it be the tour, whether it be the training materials, whether it be the brochures that they are using in order for them to promote and market their business, if they have the tools, then they have the leverage. They have a guide that they can follow. So if you want to grow beyond just your personal effort, tools are very essential. And that's the thing that we have talked about in our core group meeting. We will use and utilize the tools that are available for us so that when someone comes in, here is the tool that you need. After that you have joined, here is the next tool that you need. And after you have already used this tool, what's the next step? Here is the tool that you need. So tools are very important because tools create duplication. In network marketing, it's not about what you can do. It's about what your team can duplicate. I remember the first time that I attended, particularly a session, a training in this industry. Okay, I was amazed. I was excited of all the things that I have seen. And then after that, I was asking myself, what's next? What to do? I do not know what to do, right? Because you have to teach me. And how can you learn these things if you do not have a tool that you can use, right? So I remember also the speaker saying that if it doesn't duplicate, don't do it, right? Because at the end of the day, you'll be the one doing it all the time. So if everything depends on your explanation, on your skill, on your personality, on your closing details, your business will stay small. Why? Because you just have a little to do, right? There's only so much you can do. Okay? But when you have the tools, what are these tools? Like for instance, the recorded presentations, the recorded trainings, the scripts, the manuals, the brochures, the PowerPoint slides, right? The product videos, the testimonials, the recorded testimonials, the launchpad training, right? If you have all of these tools, anyone in your team can plug in and follow the same system. All right? If they are able to duplicate the system, the process, the next steps, then eventually it can build momentum for your business. Okay? And especially when you're doing the presentation, these tools actually builds credibility. Okay? Because sometimes you talk and talk, but they don't understand. Sometimes they need to see visuals. So a visual that they can refer to. Remember, it's hard to listen, right? But when they see pictures, somehow it is retained, right? Because the mind read are retaining pictures or visuals more than words. Okay, so when prospects see, of course, the professional presentations, the clear breakdown of the compensation plan, the tools that you use, the testimonials being shown, recorded, being repeated, and then the structured training, the launchpad training, it shows stability and seriousness. So these tools are very important, especially when you're not there, right? And that's probably the reason why. That's also one of my learning. That's what we have been discussing in the team. And that's the reason why they always want me to be there because they can never duplicate, right? So the great thing about that is now we have come into an agreement that we will utilize these tools so that every time someone comes in, that's also the same thing that we will be sharing with them. These are the tools that you're going to need. Because imagine if I am doing the presentation and I don't have these tools, then it will just be, there will not be a system in place. I will just, you know, discuss with you anything that comes to mind. And that's not duplicable, right? You cannot duplicate anything that is in my mind. But if it is written down, if it is documented, if it is printed, then you can pass it on and they can be able to be they can be guided as well. The same system that you are using, you pass it on. The tools that you are using, you pass it on, and it can duplicate. Okay, so a tool speaks even when you are not there. And of course, tool saves time. Okay, it saves time because without these tools, you repeat the same explanation 10 to 20 times a day. And we have had partners like that, right? Like they have been, uh, I remember the first time I was exposed to Opulence, okay? I said to our partners, you know what? In the previous company, I have been doing the training for you. I go to different places so that I will be the one to do the training. But guess what? This time, we are all new in this. Okay, so I said to our partners, we are all new in this. We will all be learning at the same time. We will all be learning from zero knowledge. So I challenge each and every one of you to learn as much as we can with all of the tools that we have here. Learn as much as we can. Okay, so and surprisingly, there are still some partners who has the same question since from day one. Now, of course, we continue to help them. Okay, we continue to help them. But the thing that I would want you to understand is the faster that you are able to duplicate all of the system that we have, the faster that you can grow exponentially. Okay? So the things without the tools is you burn out. That's what happens. Without the tools, you burn out because it all depends on you. But with the tools, you have the videos, you have the brochures, the digital files, the PDF, the PowerPoint presentations, the recorded webinar, the recorded testimonials. So they can basically watch it. Okay, you can basically leverage yourself. Even if you're not physically doing the presentation, they can always watch your presentation. And that's the reason why for all of our qualified presenters, we require a video of you doing at least the tour, right? So that when you already have documented your tour, then you can pass it on to the different, of course, people in your team. Okay? Now you can talk to 100 people, not just 10, because now you are leveraged because of that recording, because of that tool. Okay? So that's leverage. And on top of that, tools reduce the emotional pressure. Not everyone is confident in, explaining the compensation plan, handling objections, presenting the product, especially if they're new. Okay, so what they can do is if you have, of course, the PowerPoint slides, the flip chart, or the recorded presentation, you can start from there, right? You know what, I'm still new to this, but I have a video recording. Let's watch this, and then after this you can ask your questions, because we can learn together. Okay, we can learn together. So this gives you an opportunity for your new partners to be able to conduct their presentations with the tools, using the tools if you are unavailable, right? So it helps you explain all of these things. So this gives you partners confidence because they don't need to feel that they need to be expert immediately. Okay? So confidence increases activity, and activity increases income. Okay? Another thing, another importance of the tools is the tools create consistency. If every partner, if every leader, okay, teaches differently, confusion happens. And this is the thing that I have seen over my 20 years, right? I go to a certain market, they do a different presentation. They do a different approach. I go to another market, a different presentation, a different approach. Now, the guest who is attending and seeing the different presentations become confused. Okay? So, but if you have one system, that's the reason why we say one team, one dream, one system, right? if you're able to standardize it, then everywhere they go, we have one system applying and working, right? So same message, same process, same onboarding, same next steps. So consistency can create a stable culture, right? So that's how important the tools are. And that's the reason why last week we went through, right? We went through the different tools that are available in our back office. So we have a lot of them. So make sure that you go through your back office, find what's applicable for your team, right? Especially the launchpad training. Okay. So if you can review them, master it, present it, discuss it to your team, so that they can have a system that they can follow. So tools work 24/7. Even when you sleep, your tools don't, right? So if you have a video recording of you doing your testimonials, a video recording of you doing the presentation, the tour, video of you doing the launchpad training, then guess what? Your tools can work for you 24/7, right? So all of these things. So they continue presenting even when you are offline. And that's how you scale, okay? So imagine building a house, right? So this is a perfect illustration for that. Imagine if you're building a house, would you rather use your bare hands or would you rather use power tools, right? So in network marketing, without tools, it is like you building it with bare hands. You can do it, but it will take a longer time. But if you have the power tools and people are using the power tools that you are using, then guess what? You can be able to build it much, much faster. Okay? So, in summary, people are the heart, but tools are the engine. Okay? People are the heart, but tools are the engine. If you want to grow a team of what, 30, 100, 1,000 partners, you must build a tool system that makes success simple and duplicable. So that's the reason why we have all of these tools prepared for us, right? So I hope that I was able to emphasize on how tools are very much important when it comes to building our businesses. So find the tool that works for you. What tool are you using when you are doing your presentations? We have the flip charts, right? You have the digital copy. You can download it. You can put it in a clear book or whatever, right? Just have the tool, something that they can use. That's the reason why it is very important to also have that brochure, the FOL brochure, the Safe Home Revolution brochure, right? You need to carry it all the time. Don't rely on your personal knowledge and personal skills. Because the more you do it, the more people cannot duplicate it, right? So the moment that they see you and you're just, talking and talking based on what is in your mind, then the people that are watching says, oh, he's very good, but I cannot be like him. But if you are using the tools, I love what LD for Rene is doing, right? LD for Rene is using the brochure each and every single time. Even though for the past more than 18 years, he already knows what's in the brochure, right? But he's using it. Why? Because he believes and he understands that systems, tools duplicate. People doesn't, right? So make sure that you use these tools that are available for you. And one of the things that I have, particularly when it comes to the compensation plan, is the pathway to Royal Lifestyle Director. So next week, we're going to go through that so that you can be able to understand everything that is written on it. It used to be the prosperity book. When it was introduced here in the Philippines before, we still do not have that pathway to Royal Lifestyle Director. We only have the prosperity book. And great thing is that we have that. Because after our CEO, SVP, Danny left the Philippines, then we're left to ourselves, right? The training was probably runs online or for a week, but after that, we're on our own, right? So good thing, if not for that prosperity book, I wouldn't be able to acquire as much knowledge when it comes to, of course, the business, the opportunity. So what I did was we went through, not just me, the whole team here in the Philippines, we went through the prosperity book. We try to understand because, as I said in the last call, empty your cup first. All right? Because here is a system, a proven system that our top leaders, our CEO has used in order for them to achieve the level that they are in right now. So if we are going to use the same system that they have applied, then we are going to the same path that they are in, right? So the prosperity book during that time. So I tried to understand it and read it. And if there are questions, ask your my five. All right. And as you get to read it, attend trainings, then guess what? It becomes clearer and clearer and clearer, and you'll have that level of clarity, level of conviction and belief. And then, of course, the great thing about that is these tools can be passed on to the next one. So imagine if more and more tools are being utilized and used in your team, in your organization. Okay? All right. So what I'm referring to is for a start. Okay, for a start. Okay, so these are the tools that you can use. Number one is the flip chart. If you still do not have the physical flip chart, you can go to your back office under the training. Okay, go to the business tools. There's a digital copy of that. You can download it and print it. Okay, for the presentations, you can make use of that. We also have recorded trainings, presentations. The one that is being in our back office, the presentation of our SVPs and AS. So you can utilize that as well. It's also available in our YouTube channel. Sorry. And then on top of that, we also have, of course, the booklets, okay, the Safe Home Revolution booklets, the FOL brochures, all of these things, the Divine brochures, the toothpaste flyers, the drop cards, so all of these things, the tools that are available for you. Okay? So, and next week, probably this is what we can do. Let me just, oh no, this is not the one. Okay? So if I will just, okay, so this is the one. Let me just share with you my screen. Next week, this is what we're going to cover so that at least we can run through, particularly this tool. This is a very important tool, especially if someone, okay, is considering to join the opportunity or the business. Okay, this is what we call the pathway to Royal Lifestyle Director. It was well designed, particularly the sequence or the guide on how you can discuss the business, the opportunity. You can use this actually even for closing, especially when presenting the compensation plan. Because guess what? If your prospects are being able to see the bigger picture of what the opportunity can do for them, then they are most likely to join you, right? But if it is not clear, if they don't have a clear vision of the potential things that can happen to them, then most likely they will not give value to what you are sharing with them. Okay? So next week we're going to do a run through of this, okay? So basically this pathway to Royal Lifestyle Director discusses the important aspects of our business, okay? So it also, that's why it's called the pathway. If you start now, if you become a part of it now, then this can be your next step. This can be your guide. This can be your pathway to enjoy the rewards and leadership program of becoming a Royal Lifestyle Director. Okay? So we have a lot of topics here, the PV qualification, shopping credits and smart buy, email packages comparison, ways to upgrade your email. It's all provided here. Okay? So it now allows you from being an amateur to becoming a pro in your business, right? So think about that. Think about that, right? So as you go through it, as you understand it, you can already start reading it now, actually. So it's also available in your back office. If you still do not have a physical copy of that, go to your back office. Okay, so we're going to run through this. This talks about what? The compensation plan, the packages, all of these things, right? What the shopping credit means, the highlight. And the way it was discussed here is because we want to show the first, the uniqueness of our opportunity. Second, we want to discuss the lucracy of our compensation plan. And if people are able to visualize and see our compensation plan, then you have a higher chance of closing that particular person, right? And even for our partners, if they are able to see their future, their direction, then most likely the retention will be higher. Okay? So we will be discussing this starting next week. And then let me just share with you where you can find it. Okay? So again, I think we have covered this last week, but let me just open it up. We still have a couple of minutes before we end this call. Okay, wait. Where are you? Okay, there you go. Okay, so let me just share with you my screen right before we end. Okay, so there you go. So this is your back office, right? So go to your back office, log in, username and password, and then in your dashboard, so the landing page is your dashboard. So once you go to your dashboard, just go to social and business. Okay, social and business. Click on the training tools. Okay, click on the training tools. And then there you go. It's right up there. Okay, the compensation plan 2026. So basically, there are two types of this. We have the PowerPoint presentation of the compensation plan training. But what I would suggest that you also download is the pathway to Royal Lives of Director. It's entitled Compensation Plan 2026. Okay? So if I were you, always take a moment to read section by section, be knowledgeable about your business, and use this as you are presenting it and sharing it to your team. Imagine if they are able to see what they would look like in 5 years from now, 10 years from now, with a pathway to Royal Lifestyle Director. Guess what it can do to your team? If you are setting a target, right, for this year, if you want to become an LD1, LD2, LD3, how are you going to accomplish it when your team doesn't know how to get promoted to the next level? And of course, not to mention why they need to be promoted, all of the perks, all of the privileges, right? And the more that you are able to share with them, discuss with them that these are the benefits when you get to this, when you get to this, when you get to this. If they are not seeing it well, again, when the vision is not clear, it will also not appear. The results will also not appear. But on the other hand, if they are able to see the exciting things that are awaiting them once they go to the next step and go to the next step, then if they are able to see it, then most likely that they can be able to achieve it as well. Okay? All right, so that wraps up our session for today. I do hope that I was able to share with you something that might be of value that can help you as you go through your week. And of course, what I have said, first thing is number one, get to Dubai. Because conventions are important, events are important in the growth of your business. Is if you are targeting this year to be the best year for your business so by far, then make sure that you attend the Dubai convention. The second one is, of course, work out the tools that are available for you. Okay? Tools are available. They are not created just to be a design in your back office. They are there for a reason. Okay? And I hope that I was able to share with you the importance of this in the duplication process. Because as you duplicate, that's one of the things that we need to improve on, including us in our team here. We need to become better in the duplication process in our business. And one of the ways for us to improve that is by utilizing the tools that are available for us, so that everything that we do will be duplicable, will be duplicated. Okay? All right. So any questions so far? Thank you so much for your messages here. Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you, Italo. Thank you, Shamala. Now, here's the thing. Before I end, do I know it all? I still do not know it all. I'm still, learning is always working. Okay. So yeah, that's the reason why we get into the trainings each and every single time, because we want to add additional inputting, right? And the great thing about that is that as you keep on attending the trainings, as you keep on, reviewing and studying the tools that we have, the more that we are acknowledging the knowledge that we need in order for us to grow our business. Okay? Thank you, Gian. Yes, thank you so much for your message. Thank you, Amergy. Thank you, Amergy. Thank you, Mavis. Bye. See you tomorrow, Mavis. For our product crossfire, of course, we have our SVP Sanas who will be joining us in the call, and of course on our launchpad training Tuesday evening for Canada, Wednesday morning for Asia. Looking forward to you, Amarjit, for doing our second session for the launchpad training. And of course, on Saturday, most likely we'll have the compensation plan 101 training. So make sure that you are there to invite your team as well. And what else are we missing? Of course, don't miss out the promotion that is still ongoing. We still have a couple of days more before we end this month. What are those? Of course, when you get your LAP, you get free 5 bottles of Divine and free 5 bottles of FOL. More than 1,000 retail value for free. Okay? So take advantage of that as well. And if you have sponsored someone, LAs are up this month of February, make sure that you check your performance center. You might be close to qualifying for the MGRS, for your car club bonus, for your variance bonus, and all the other benefits that are included. It's already what? 4 or 5 days away from before the end of month. So make sure that you maximize all of the things that are available in your compensation plan. All right. Okay. So that being said, if there are no more questions, I do declare and pray that you're going to have a very fruitful and productive week ahead. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. I would want you for you to have that kind of result. Think not about what you just can accomplish for yourself, but always think about who can you help, who can you make their life better this week. Okay, so that's the mindset, because the more people we help, the more successful we become in our business. Okay, so make sure that you share the blessings, share the knowledge, find people that you can give hope, that you can inspire, and that's the way for you to have a very fruitful and productive week ahead. And that is my declaration to each and every one of you. So thank you so much for being on this call. Thank you so much for all of your wonderful messages. Shamala, thank you so much. And I do hope to see you. Don't miss out again this evening, Product Crossfire together with SVP Sanas. That would be Tuesday morning for our Asia partners. That being said, thank you everyone. May you have a wonderful week ahead. One team, one dream, one system. Building the billion. Thank you everyone. Bye-bye.